Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So we're going to be using a couple of sets today to make this sort of wreath style card, if you like. Really loads of sort of floral elements being chucked at this one. I'm going to change it up a little bit. Wasn't super happy with how this one turned out, but the concept's there, and I'm just going to change that up a little bit and create something slightly different. But we're still using the same stuff, so we're using the painted lavender bundle. On this one I use this sort of the lavender heads, if you like, okay, but there's also these little flowers here, so I'm going to switch that up and we're going to use this smaller design today. Okay, I've got the coordinating dies to cut all those out. Sentiment is from throughout the year. This is one of our online exclusives. Stamp set, loads of stuff, and obviously, as the name suggests, stuff for all year round in there. And then we've got these really cute dies, which also online exclusives. These are called Everyday Details. And you get these lovely sort of stitch details. Well, it's not stitched actually, they're little holes that potentially could be stitched, if you know what I mean, with that, and then these little lovely little accent pieces, and then you've got the rectangles as well. So really nice little versatile set of dies to go there. Okay, so we'll just pop those to one side for a moment. Make sure they're going to sit and not fall over. Okay, so I'm going to move away from the pinks and purples and bring in some yellows. So like I say, I'm going to use this smaller design. Okay, so I've already got some die cut already, but just thought I'd show you what we're dealing with. So if you're new to stamping, you can see. So our light yellow here, this is Lemon Lolly, one of the newer colours. Okay, so we can just light tapping on the ink pad and just press that down nice and firmly, lift up, and you get this lovely soft image. It's a real pale colour, but it's really, it's pale but bright at the same time. That sounds really daft, but it's quite a bright yellow. Okay, so that's Lemon Lolly. Okay, we've then got Daffodil Delight. So Lemon Lolly is a subtle. Daffodil is in the brights. Okay, much more orange in that when you compare the two. And then we have Crushed Curry, which is in the Regals, I do believe. Yes. Just glancing across to my stack of cardstock. Okay, and then this one's got a real sort of almost sort of golden look to it. It probably looks quite orange on the camera, but it's almost got a bit like Wild Wheat. It's got that sort of warmth to it. Okay, but it is a yellow colour. Alright, so there is a coordinating die for this, so we can just, it's probably easiest for you to see it on this one. So the die can just sit over the top of this. So you want the flat side upwards. The other side is the side with the ridge on it. That's what cuts through the cardstock with the application of pressure. It's not sharp, you can handle it, but the pressure applied to that will cut through the cardstock. Okay, so we just want to lay that over the top of the image. So this one cuts without any white border around it, so you just want to get that lined up as best you can. Okay, and then I'm just using this washi tape just to secure that into place, and then we're going to roll it through our cut and emboss machine. Okay, so the cut and emboss comes with everything that you need, and it will say on the platform exactly how you should cut. So we need our base platform, our number 2 platform, and then we need to sandwich it between 2 cutting plates. So we'll just get that done. That's all just sort of off camera, off on the side here. Okay, it's a bit bulky to bring into shot, but just have to bear with me a second. So I'm just going to roll that through backwards and forwards. Only takes a second, and it goes through rollers which apply pressure and get that beautiful die cut image. And die cutting's an amazing amazing thing in the crafting industry, and at one time it was quite expensive to get a machine and all the dies and stuff, but the popularity of them now means that they're much more reasonably priced. Okay, and then you have the versatility, of course. So a punch has their place, and they're really great for really quick, you know, chopping out reasonably straightforward shapes, labels and circles and things like that. But to make anything more intricate than that would be quite complex, and it takes up a lot of storage space. But they have their place. I have lots of punches. I love punches. I also love dies. Okay, so we've got 3 each of those now in next to no time. Okay, bit of scrap to get rid of there. And then I'm just going to bring in this circle die. Okay, so again, you could punch this quite easily. So there are 3 circle punches. Yep. And I'm going to guess this is... Oh, no, it's bigger than that. Maybe it's the 2-inch. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe even the 2. And so that's the 2-inch punch. It's probably a bit bigger than that. Then this is the 2 3/8. So yeah, the 2 3/8 is probably the one that's closest to the size that we're using today. So if you wanted to use a punch, you can go ahead and do it. But that doesn't mean you can't use one of the other sizes and mix this up a little bit. I've even done things with the modern oval punch as well, and built images up around that one. Okay, so there's loads of options. Sorry, just putting those back onto my stamping storage. 3 punches fit lovely into the open storage there. Let's pop that out of the way just for a second, because what I want to do is just stamp the sentiment, which I haven't actually decided what colour it's going to go into. So I know that this is going to be the background, and on this one I actually did it with the darkest green that I'm going to do in here. And I think I'm going to go with soft sea foam and shaded spruce. So, or shall I use Pretty Peacock? Pretty Peacock. Let's use Pretty Peacock. It's a bluey green, but it's a green. Let's do that. I like Pretty Peacock. It's a very nice colour. One that we used to have as an in colour and got introduced back into the core collection. Ooh. So you don't want to get too much ink on the outside of your stamps like that, okay? So you might want to just wipe that off a little, and then just light tapping. This is a reasonably new ink pad, so that's why it's just got a lot of ink on it. So you just want to make sure it's nice and well inked, and then go straight down, firm, even pressure, not really hard, just firm, so that it's definitely making contact with the paper. Lift straight up and you should get a nice clean image. If you rock the stamp at all, you could catch those edges and it wouldn't turn out as nice. Okay, just close that up just for a second, and then we'll again, just like we did before, we'll just lay the die over the image and get that central-ish. Okay, did try it in one of the rectangles, but it just didn't quite fit the way I wanted it to. Okay, so we'll just run that through the die cut machine as well. Just roll it forward. It goes sort of like between 2 rollers which apply the pressure. Okay, and then I can lift that off there. Sometimes these little bits will get stuck. So you just want to use I've got one of these lovely pokey tools. This was given to me by another crafter, all lovely decorated with lovely beads and things. So we get this lovely detail around this, which is really, really cute, really nice. And as you can imagine, that's going to form is sort of the centerpiece around which we're going to build our wreath. Okay, so we're going to just flip that over and go over this with a bunch of tape runner. Okay, and then we can start to pop these on. Okay, just doing it this way so that I can see how it's building up. Okay, now it could be a little bit more random with this if you wanted to introduce some more colours maybe. Okay, but I'm just going to go around sequentially and just add those to the back of this, and hopefully they kind of meet in the middle. Let's just move that one over slightly. There we go. So you end up with something like that. Okay, and you can kind of mess about with that. You can use less, use more, whatever you want to do. Okay, all right. So we'll flip that over and we'll get that some dimensional adhesive. These are sort of like little foam adhesive hexagons. Okay, and let's put one in the middle there, just to support that when it goes onto our final project. So we're going to get mounted up onto white card base, which I've cut and scored. Okay, so this is going to go on like so. It's going to slightly overhang a little bit, but that's fine. It's okay. Gives it some life and dimension and stuff. So the background, we need to stamp that foliage. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to bring in some scrap paper though, just because we're going to go off the page a little bit. I'm going to start with the lighter ink. This is soft sea foam, and then use this sort of sprig here to just lay down a bit of this colour, kind of going into all four corners. With that, you can go off the page as well if you want to. Just going to clean that off a little bit and then just ink up sort of the top portion and drop some in between here. Most of that might get covered up, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. Just laying a foundation really for the rest of it. And it's probably it's a good idea to just have a look, see how it's shaping up. Okay, and then that might help you as well determine where you're going to put in some of your darker details. All right, so let's come back to our pretty peacock then. Okay, and I could see that we needed oops, this is a very juicy ink pad. Let's wipe that off. Just light pressure on this one. Like so. We'll do the same at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same again, wipe it off entirely and just then ink the sort of the top portion to fill in some bits on the sides here. It doesn't matter if it goes off the page, the rest of it's going off the page. Okay, so let's just see how that looks, whether we want any more. I think we possibly do. So I think I'm going to add some in to these quadrants here as well. So this is all very much, you know, how you want to do it. And I don't mind these little bits that have not fully stamped, that's fine. Just adds a bit of texture to it. Okay, I think we're there now. Okay. Could on the other one, I did go in from the edge as well to fill it in, but I think that was the step too far on that one. I'm going to keep the edges clean on this one. Okay, so all we need to do now is just attach this to our card base. So we'll just use some Stampin' Seal for that. Just a very nice. That's the regular Stampin' Seal, but it's still quite strong. Okay. Perfectly strong enough for paper to paper. And we'll use a bone folder to make sure that that crease is nice and sharp, so it stands up. And just take the backings off these dimensionals. And these are really easy to get off. Just doesn't matter about all that mess in the middle. No one's ever going to know it was there. And we can just pop that on. Okay. Okay, so you could bling that up if you wanted to, but I think we'll just leave that as it is. Okay, hope you've enjoyed that. It's giving you another idea of using that lovely bundle. We'll be carrying over into the new catalogue, so you'll be able to enjoy it even more. That's it from me, right? Hope you're staying safe, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.